Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're doing an episode on how to develop your style, your ideal style based off your physique and many other factors. I get this question all the time at seminars. How do I become my best version? What do I need to do differently? Because I just feel like I'm kind of a robot, like everybody else at the gym, and it's not working for me. Well, I'm going to take you through all of this today, and the episode is going to be done a little bit more instructional in person because I'm just pushing go and I'm just going to film. And I'm doing this partially because I just got back from Mexico and I haven't had a chance to pre-film a bunch of stuff, but also because I wanted this just to be like a discussion at a seminar where I give you my true and real thoughts. So we are talking about how to first develop your style based off your physique. This is very important for you to recognize, because if you're somebody like Henry Cejudo, where you're way down here, you're short, you're stocky, you're not going to be playing a long game range. Somebody like Adesanya, who's going to be really high and trying to keep people away. If you're overweight, that doesn't mean that you can't win fights, but it means you need to be smarter about how you are going to actually win. Somebody like Andy Ruiz in boxing, he utilized his weight very well. He was very smart with the way that he took the advantages of his body. So when we are talking about trying to develop the best style, the first thing that I like to say to people is, like, we're putting all of basically your physique aside for the moment, and we're going, test yourself at the gym. Try out different things, and you're going to learn all these different things, not only by watching from what the instructor says when you're doing classes, by watching other students, but also by watching fights. So if you see somebody maybe go, okay, they threw a cross and went to a head kick, and you try it out and you're like, whoa, that was an awesome technique. You're starting to build your arsenal. You're starting to take note of things which will actually work for you versus things where maybe you go, okay, I see Canelo go uppercut and then the body hook off the same arm. You try it, you go, nah, it's not for me. Every time I go from here to here, I get countered and it's just not my thing. So you got to test things out. You got to try things out. First, ideally on a bag or in pad work or during drills, and then you can move in to trying these things in sparring, as long as it's light and you're not trying to kill somebody and somebody's not trying to kill you. So test yourself. Test out different ideas. Never stay within the bubble, which is your comfort zone. That is a very easy way not to find your own style. Staying within that comfort zone, not testing the boundaries, not doing anything outside of what you understand already, you're never going to get to that point where you can develop that style. Now, if we move into talking about physique, maybe you're having a lot of success being a fighter who throws loads of jabs and crosses, everything's long, but you're not really recognizing that you're somebody who's like that much shorter and your arms are that much shorter than everybody else's, and you might be having some degree of success with the style which you're using, but not really looking at your body type yet and going, how can I fight the fight which is going to be best for me? Now, there are ways to break rules. Absolutely, because your physique, and we're going to talk about my physique in a moment here, and things that I do which are outside the norm for somebody who's so much taller than everybody in their weight class. But what we need to recognize is sometimes our brain is going to work differently than what our body looks like it should be doing. So I've got a decent amount of height on my opponents. That does not necessarily mean my arms are longer, but it does mean my head is higher. And that means that when they punch at me, they've got to come up high. So for me to get in a big wide stance and drop my head level and fight down here does not take advantage of the fact that they've got to reach to get to me. So me being in a narrow stance and recognizing that staying high is advantageous, that is fighting with your physique. That is taking an asset of your body and utilizing that. But like I just mentioned, I don't fight back here all the time. I'm not somebody who's always trying to maintain distance. If somebody runs towards me, I back up trying to keep that distance. I'm very happy to move in on somebody and fight in here. My hands against their hands, staying in tight because I feel comfortable in that zone. So it fights against that idea that long should be, or tall fighters should be fighting at range, but up here is telling me, yeah, we like this distance. And then when we get out, we can do certain things which take advantage of my body style. Now, for somebody like me, what maybe I should be doing, I should have been doing all these years, is looking, okay, I'm taller, I should really be working on my jab, jabbing in the gym, like doing 5, 6, 7 rounds each night where I just focus on the jab, I focus on the fade back, so I can just get this one technique and that range down very nice. Alas, I have not done that. I've taken my time on really feeling out what's best for me in sparring, and that's more of a tight game, but while still recognizing I can utilize those kicks, I can take my footwork to help me maintain distance in between. You develop your own style by testing things out and seeing what feels comfortable and what really fits. But at the same time, not staying so comfortable that you never challenge yourself. I've done things where I've switched my stance, tried the southpaw thing, I've tried being really bouncy like this, like always testing myself and then going, it didn't feel great. But the big thing that I tell people when we talk about fighting with your physique and developing your own style is making sure that you absolutely do not let yourself fall into this bubble which the gym creates for you very often. Instructors tell you this is the style that we're all doing and everybody does it, and you do not see the improvement, which you should, because you're stuck in that little, this is all I'm allowed to do. So continue to test yourself. Remember to recognize that if you're somebody who's bigger, you're strong, you've got real power in your shots, maybe you're not going to be somebody who comes in and throws 5, 6, 7 punches. You're going to be somebody who goes, okay, I'm going to counter with single shots and knock this guy out when he makes a mistake. If you're a little bit faster, you might recognize, okay, I'm not going to KO guys, so I've got to get really good at my in and out motion. And when I do get in, I'm going to fire off 5 shots before this guy can respond and then exit very quickly. We also have to look at, are our legs stronger than our upper body? There's so many elements to take into play. Am I good at slipping? Am I strong through my legs when I slip? Because if I am, I can explode into counter shots. Be ultra aware of what your ideal style is, but the thing is you cannot figure this out until you try out pretty much every element of fighting, every fight style, and see what really clicks with you. Continue. This is the one that I'm going to say to people all the time, which is so important in developing your own style. Continue to watch other fighters, ideally high-level fighters, and when you go to the gym the day after watching them fight, try out something that you saw which was unique or interesting. Could be a combination, could be a setup, could just be straight up throwing a single shot, could be something evasion-wise. When you watch, you try, you learn, your style develops, you end up building your fight IQ because you are thinking outside the box. Anyway, that's my general spiel on how to improve as a fighter using your physique and developing your own style. I hope you guys found this episode beneficial. I hope some people really want to learn more about this. And in your luck, I already have a playlist with fighting with your physique where I go through different body styles. You can run through that whole thing and learn a lot about your particular body style and what would probably suit you best. So check that playlist out, absolutely. If you enjoyed today's episode, please give it a like. If you have not already, join the channel and get subscribed for many more fight tips which are going to keep you at the top of your game. As always, guys, train hard. I will see you back here soon for another episode.